And now I want to welcome Sandeep up on stage, Vice President of IoT and Edge Solutions for Brambles. He's going to talk to us about EdgeML in the supply chain.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Today I'm going to talk about the EdgeML, how it is used in the supply chain logistics industry. First, I'm going to cover about my company, Brambles, give you a quick overview, who we are, what we do. Then I'm going to talk about, what are the problems in the industry, the supply chain logistics industry is facing, and how we are planning to use EdgeML. And lastly, I'm also going to cover a few other applications of where we are looking at areas of using EdgeML in our industry. So when we look at about supply chain logistics, people think about 3PL, third-party logistics firm. They think of trailers, trucks, but pallets are the least common denominator in our industry. They are moving from everything that needs to be shipped. So the interesting fact about pallets is once you see them, you will see them everywhere, and you will not unsee them. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about pallets today, and I will give you some insights about this industry, how it operates, what is the business model, some of the challenges. So nice blue stack of, I'm sorry. Great button? Oh, sorry. Okay. Nice blue stack of pallets. So this is my industry, and that's what I was referring to. Like once you see them everywhere, and you will not unsee them. These are the least common denomination in the industry. So over to Brambles. Brambles is the worldwide leader in the pallet pooling solutions company. We specialize in the pooling of crates, containers, and pallets. And these are used to ship almost everything from heavy materials to automobile parts to produce. If you look at our business model, we ship pallets to whoever wants to move goods. Like these are manufacturers, retailers, these are producers. And they put the load, and the load moves in the supply chain. And once the load reaches the retailer, we collect the pallet back. CHEP, Commonwealth Handling Equipment Pool, is one of our most popular brands to which we ship these pallets. And Brambles has over 350 million pallets across worldwide. We have operations in 60 countries worldwide, and we have close to 800 service centers. The Brambles circular business model, which facilitates the share and reuse of our assets, makes our company very sustainable. And Barron's Magazine ranks Brambles as a worldwide leader in sustainability. And we are among the top 100 companies in the world for both sustainable companies. So I'm going to so I think pallets, as I was saying, is the invisible backbone of supply chain. There are about 5 billion pallets in the world, and I was reading an article in Bloomberg saying that if you stack them all up, you can potentially reach 2/3 to the moon. So this is this is unbelievable. I think they're close to as many humans. I think the number of 5 billion is still estimated. I believe there are more pallets than humans on Earth. So it's very interesting to see this industry. And if you can track pallets, what more can you do? What visibility you can bring to this industry? So I'm going to talk about quickly some of the computer vision application in my industry. And but before that, I want to talk more about what the problems are. Like, what are we trying to solve? What is the issues? As you can see, there are a lot of losses. There are leakages, there are breakages, there are damages. And the main reason is pallets have no IDs. They are just timber and nails. They are no serialized. I think once we ship the pallets to the first node, which is the manufacturer, we lose visibility. And that's why you see These pallets are being used for some of the applications which we are not so happy about. But on the leftmost is one of the largest bonfires in Northern Ireland. It's a combination of blue pallets that belongs to CHEP or to us. And they were pretty proud that that year they had like 288 pallets stacked up, and it's a world record event. But this is what our challenges are in the industry. People make furniture, nice looking furniture, but we lose our pallets. And of course, there is always leakages in our industry. I think since there is no way to track them, people just use them for, or I would say for purpose which is not being contracted for. So there are a lot of other challenges. I think the lack of visibility in our business makes the cost of doing business with us more for our customers. What it means is, like, if I don't know where my pallets are, I would ask my customers for audits. I would ask them for declarations. Okay, what is your stock count? So all of this makes our business more like from a burden. I think it adds burden to us, to customers. So my vision is, how can we simplify this by adding visibility into our pallets? I think this will help us not only make our operations more efficient. I believe bringing visibility will also make our business models more effective. So I think let's just go to one of the things that we are working on. So one of the ideas we had is, if we can put simple barcodes on our pallets, and we can read our pallets when we are shipping to the first leg, which is the manufacturer, like from outbound perspective, we know who we are shipping our pallets to, and we can track them. And once we receive them back from the retailer, we can also see, okay, the pallets are received. So I think what it does is, like, we know who we ship to, and we know when we collected them back. So once we have this information, that helps us understand our cycle time of the assets. That helps us in understanding where the damages are, in which particular vertical we are seeing a lot of these damages. That in fact helps us give more visibility to how to work with customers from pricing perspective, and many more. Now, because we are getting visibility into our own asset pool, and that's one of the first things. So the effort we have here, it's publicly be announced that we are going to experiment this in a couple of countries. We are doing this in Norway and Chile. We are putting QR codes on our pallets, and we have forklifts equipped with machine vision systems, and think of these like two headlights, so two cameras going into NVIDIA Jetsons, and which looks for QR codes, and data goes into our cloud. So this is the system, but I think the key challenges in this system is what I want to talk about. But the key challenges is, this industry is not like similar. I think we have 800 service centers which are all very different. We have connectivity issues. There are forklifts which are different. There are 2 times forklift. There are 3 times. There are 4 times, means like some forklifts can lift 20 pallets, some can lift 40 pallets, some can lift 60 pallets. So this lack of standardization makes this very challenging. As I was saying, this, and a lot of times, like in some regions, we store pallets indoor. In some regions, we store pallets in the yard. Now, all of this combination makes it very challenging for my team, for the hardware team. How can we build a solution that is ruggedized, that is modular? How can we make something that is easily deployable, that has a very less maintenance cost? So these are some of the challenges, and that's what I'm here to talk about. Like, we are looking for technology partners, if somebody can help us with these solutions. What my vision on the edge is edge is a combination of capture, compute, and connectivity. So if we can integrate these three things into a box, I think that would help us getting more data sets around the world, I think, or around our service centers. So I'm looking for the future is to make a more integrated system. I want this to be very modular because I can place it wherever I want. I think if it is battery enabled, right now, the previous slide I showed was had the power which was drawn from the forklift. But if it is battery operated, we can put this device or this integrated system at many nodes and get the data from it. Ruggedization is very critical because, as I was saying, we have pallets which are stored in the back in our outdoor. So if there's these during loading conditions, there's rain, there is snow. So we need the vision system to be very ruggedized. And this industry is very cost sensitive. So we need to make something which is very cost efficient. I think we need to bring the overall system cost down on this. Now, in terms of some of the other applications we plan to use computer vision is in yard management. Safety is very important in our industry. It's the number one thing. And we are looking at installing cameras beyond security cameras or CCTV cameras to gather more insights into our yard. Brambles has service centers which can go from 150,000 to 200,000. They are very busy. There is forklifts, there are trailers. We need vision system to help us or augment more security than what we have. And that's some of the things we are looking at. Traffic management, there are service centers which are in urban areas. So we want to manage our traffic of the incoming trailers. So if we have visibility into our yard, we can inform the trucks that, okay, what's the appropriate window they can come in. So that's another application of yard management or the cameras on the yards. We have pallets as I was saying, we store them in the yard. Through cameras, we want to have insights into our inventory of how many pallets we have at any given point. And of course, this application can help us from a delivery management perspective as well. The third use case that we are looking at computer vision is to augment our ADI machines which have laser. And Zach mentioned about robotics and how these machines or computer vision is augmenting. So we are also looking at how can we combine our ADI machines with vision systems. I think what helps, like once we receive the pallets, they are damaged. So we need to inspect them and send them to the appropriate sort lines. Does it need a human sort or human repair, or does it need robot? So when we combine these ADI machines with vision system, we can introduce recipe for that pallet as it goes through the robotic repair line. That's some of these things make our process very smart and also also reduce cost, because repair is one of the highest cost for us as an operating cost for us. So. Okay, a couple more applications which are very closer to my heart is on the sensor fusion. We have pallet trackers. These are cellular trackers that track the movement of pallet. Now, I think as I was listening to Zach and I was getting more ideas, okay, I can do a lot more with the sensor, and that's where I'm heading. How can I make use of the sensors and make this tracker more smart? I think some of the areas where we are looking at is on motion characterization. So through motion characterization, we can get whether the pallet is on the forklift, if the pallet is on the trailer. I think all these insights are very useful in our industry, and not only for us, but for our customers. We can give these insights to our customers as well. this characterization of motion helps in cleaning our journey algorithms as well. I think what I mean by that is once the pallet tracker, the localization or the geo information we get from this is very patchy. I think it depends because they don't get GPS. So we look at many other methods of localizing the pallet. And sometimes the circular errors can be huge. So we are looking at ways like some of these through motion characterization, we can gather information whether it's indoor or outdoor, and that's what helps us in cleaning the journey algorithm as well. Some other areas are on the environmental sensing, like if we can sense the environment, we can make the tracker more smart, like how and when the data needs to be sent from a device, from a battery operated device. We are looking at introducing some low power edge ML models into the tracker for sensor fusion perspective. Think if my tracker can sense the noise level, combine it with other data set, it can generate more insights from our application or from what application we are trying to introduce to our customers. So these are some of the applications I wanted to touch on. I think one message I would say here is that my industry, we are looking at mostly the finished solution. We can't take the risk. You all can take the risk. So if you are working in this direction, if you are working to build products for supply chain logistics, I'm here and I would love to talk to you guys. So thank you very much. Thank you.